Hey, all my hustlers out there, and welcome back to Diamond's Hustle, the one and only channel that's all about helping you find a remote job you don't just put up with, but one you actually love. Now, a job that fits your life, pays you what you're worth, and gives you a real future. Now, if that sounds good to you, do yourself a huge favor and hit that subscribe button right now because I post videos just like this every single week, and you don't want to miss out when your dream job comes along. Now, let's be real for a second. The world of remote work has absolutely exploded, which is amazing, but it also created total chaos. Now, job boards are overflowing. It's harder than ever to tell the good opportunities from the bad. You spend hours tweaking your resume, writing the perfect cover letter. You hit submit and then nothing. It's enough to make you feel totally discouraged. And then you start to wonder, is it me? Am I doing something wrong? Now I'm here to tell you, it's not you, it's the system. But today we're going to beat it. I have handpicked these 5 specific roles because they are the best of the best out there. Now they're from awesome companies. They offer a real path for career growth and they cover all kinds of different skills from entry level to senior management. Now, I'm going to do a full breakdown of each one, and I'm talking about what the company is really like, what you'll be doing on the day to day, the real stuff, right? Not just the corporate buzzwords, and of course, the money, the perks, and the benefits. And for each job, I'll give you specific strategies on how to tailor your application to grab the hire's managing attention. So if you're ready to stop the endless scroll and start applying for jobs that could truly change your career, you are in the exact right place right now. So let's go ahead, kick it off with our first category, which is going to be a few roles. Now, one of those first roles is going to be a customer support role, right? Now, I know what you might be thinking, customer service, but it isn't just dealing with angry people all day. I want you to completely erase the stereotypes. Now, these roles are so much more. You are going to be on the front line of the company, the human voice behind the entire brand. Now, starring in a role like this one, of the smartest ways to launch a remote career because the skills you build are going to be incredible and valuable. You don't just learn how to talk to people, you learn expert level communication, empathy, problem solving, and technical troubleshooting. You become a product expert and a brand ambassador. Now, these are not your dead end jobs. They are launch pads. So our first role is a perfect example of a support role with a massive amount of purpose. So let's go ahead and check out that first full-time opportunity. All right, guys. So first on the list is going to be a full-time, fully remote position as a child support call center agent with Conduent. Now, you might be asking, what is this company, right? So you might not have heard of them, but they are massive global company. Think of them as a powerful engine running behind the scenes for thousands of other businesses and government agencies, including Fortune 500 companies as well. Now, this isn't just some tiny startup. This is going to be a stable, established corporation, which means job security for you. And then for this specific role, you'll be working on their contract with the New Jersey Department of Human Services, specifically for the Office of Child Support. So let's go ahead and dive right on into this opportunity. As you guys can see, the pay, right? $16.50 if you're non-bilingual, $17.50 if you're bilingual as well. But let me go ahead and tell you a little bit more about this, right? Now, child support call center agent sounds intense, but is it really? It's also incredibly meaningful, right? You're the first person someone talks to when they're navigating a stressful, confusing, and super important part of their life. You'll be handling inbound calls. People are calling you for help. You'll be answering questions about payment history, explaining how things work, and helping people get into their accounts. Now, think about the human side of this. You're not just a script reader. You are a lifeline. You are the calm, knowledgeable voice that brings clarity to a really tough situation. Now, this takes a huge amount of empathy, professionalism, and really the ability to handle sensitive information with care. But I do want to go ahead and break it down a little more. As I told you, the starting pay, $16.50 per hour. If you're bilingual in Spanish and English, that bumps you up to $17.50 an hour. And get this, after you finish your period training, and that's going to be that paid training too, you do get a 50-cent raise. So the training itself is 7 weeks long, full time, Monday through Friday, making sure that you are totally set up for success with doing this opportunity. Now, here are the two biggest perks. So, first, no weekends. It's a full time, 40-hour week, but your shifts are going to be, again, Monday through Thursday. That means a 3-day weekend every single week. Now, this is an incredible work life balance win. Second, you get full benefits from day one, and that's jumping for me. So, that's medical, dental, vision, the works, all starting immediately. So no 90-day waiting period. And that shows you really that they are invested in their team from the very beginning. Now, who is this role really for? So this role, I would say, is going to be for someone who's a natural helper. If you're the friend everyone comes to for advice because you're a great listener, you're patient, and you can stay cool under pressure. You've got the DNA for this. You need to be resilient and have a real desire to make a difference. You also have to be comfortable with computers since you'll be using a few different systems at once. So, how can you get noticed in this opportunity? You need to have a high school diploma or GED and 2 years of customer service experience. Now, on your resume, use the same language from the job description. Phrase it like high volume inbound calls, resolve customer inquiries, and handle sensitive information are going to be gold. Now, if you have those bilingual skills, put them right at the top. In your cover letter, don't just say you're empathetic. Give a one sentence example of a time that you actually helped someone through a tricky situation, and proactively mention you have the required home office setup, a Windows PC, and 2 monitors. Now, this is a small thing, but it tells the recruiter you're ready, and you read everything carefully and you're ready to go and set up. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and check out that next bonus opportunity. Next up is going to be that customer support advocate role with TaskRabbit. Now, that word advocate is key. You're not just an agent, you are the champion for the user. Now, whether it's the person who booked the task or the tasker doing the work, you are going to be the center of trust and resolution. You'll be helping people through chat, email, and phone calls. And the goal is what they call one-touch resolution. Now, solving the problems in one single interaction. And this really means you have to be a quick thinker, adaptable, and a master problem solver in this opportunity. Now, this role is going to be for someone who loves a fast paced, dynamic environment. And if you love technology, you're great at multitasking and you can adapt on the fly, you will love it at TaskRabbit. Now, you have to be tech savvy and ready to work some weekends and holidays, since that's when a lot of the tasks are going to be happening. Now, if you get a huge kick out of turning a frustrated situation into a happy one, this is going to be the perfect opportunity for you. Now, I know what you're thinking, the pay, right? So it's going to be very competitive, 17.50 per hour, but that's just the base. TaskRabbit also talks about a total compensation package that includes bonuses, benefits, and a ton of amazing perks. So we're talking about great health insurance, a 401k with a company match, flexible time off, a wellness stipend, and yep, even those IKEA discounts as well. And being a remote first company is a perk in itself. So the whole company really is designed for you to succeed from your home office. Now, to get your application notice, you need at least 1 year of customer service experience in this opportunity. So do remember that when you are applying. On your resume, highlight any experience with ticketing systems like Zendesk or Intercom, even if you've just used them a little. Monitoring them shows you know the world of modern customer support as well. Now, in your cover letter, focus on problem solving skills. Don't just say you're a problem solver. Give a quick example. Again, think of a time you had to mediate a tough situation. How did you make sure everyone felt heard? Frame it as you being an advocate for a fair outcome. Now, this lineup really it lines up perfectly, right, with the job title and shows them you get what the role is all about. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and hit pause for a second. We are 2 jobs in, and we've already covered 2 fantastic opportunities, but very different opportunities. Now, to start or grow your remote career, if you're getting a ton of value out of this and you're excited to see what's next, especially that senior level role at Lyft, I've got it coming up. So do me a favor, smash that like button. It's a tiny click for you, but it's a huge deal for the channel. It tells YouTube we're doing good work on this channel, and it helps me keep finding and sharing those amazing remote jobs with the community. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and check out that next bonus opportunity. All right, so this third opportunity is actually going to be with ABS Kids, and it is going to be for a training scheduler for a company, right? I just said ABS Kids. Now, that does stand for Alternative Behavioral Strategies, if you ever wondered what that meant. I mean, I kind of wanted to know, so I thought I'd break it down and share that with y'all. Now, really, what does this job entail, right? First, let's go ahead and talk about the perks. So 17 and 18 per hour, depending on your experience. But one of the best perks is the schedule. It's a stable, predictable Monday through Friday job. If you're looking for remote work with traditional business hours, this is going to be perfect for you. You get your weekends back every single week, and the company also offers full benefits and has a casual, supportive work environment with real opportunities. Now, as far as the position itself, let's go ahead and talk about that. So, really, what does the training scheduler actually do? Imagine a giant complex puzzle. On one side, you have a group of new hires, behavior technicians, or BTs, who are excited to get started. On the other hand, you have the clinical trainers ready to teach them. And in the middle, you have a constantly changing schedule of clients' needs. So, your job really is to be the master of the puzzle. You'll be coordinating all the training schedules, working with multiple teams, rescheduling when conflicts pop up, and making sure every new team member and training experience is going to be seamless. So you are the communication hub, keeping everyone and everything on track. Now, as far as who they're looking for, this job is made for a hyper organized person. Now, are you the one who plans the group trips, complete with detailed itineraries? Do you live by your planner? If so, you've got the right mindset. You need strong organizational skills. You have to be a great communicator, especially when negotiating schedules. And you need to be a pro with tools like Microsoft Office and Google Suites. Now, to stand out, your resume really needs to scream organization. Use powerful action verbs like coordinated, scheduled, organized, manage logistics, and basically a liaison between departments. The job requires a high school diploma, but a bachelor's is preferred, and you need at least 1 year of scheduling experience as well for this opportunity. Now, if you have experience with scheduling software, that's going to be even better. And that can be something simple as, I think it's Calendly as well. Now, make sure you mention it. Now, also in your cover letter, this is where you can really shine. Don't just talk about your skills, talk about your connections to the mission. Show a genuine passion for supporting a company that helps children. This will immediately make you stand out from the hundreds of other people just looking for any remote jobs. Now, when you show you care about their work, they'll care about you. With that being said, let's go ahead and check out that part-time opportunity I was telling y'all about in the beginning of this video. Now, this fourth role is going to be a fantastic part-time opportunity, and it's an iPay call center representative for the company Jack Henry. Now, I do want to go ahead and break it down as far as some of the things that you're going to be doing in this opportunity. So let's go ahead and break it down. So you'll be working in their iPay Solutions contact center, and this means you'll be providing customer service through phone calls and chats to people using the bill paying website. Um, Basically, and that's going to be for the local banks and credit unions. So you'll be helping people with something that we all do, which is basically paying our bills online. Now, your role is going to be part-time problem solver, part-time educator. So you'll be really helping people with site navigations, offering basic tech support and troubleshooting issues, really to get them fixed on the first try. But you're also patiently teaching the customer how to use the system on their own so they feel more confident next time, right? Now, this is going to be their part-time position, and the company listed its annual salary range as a roughly 34,320 to 37,500 per year for this opportunity. Now, this role is going to be perfect for a student, a parent, or anyone looking to earn a solid income pretty much without committing to a full-time 40-hour work week. Now, you'll work a set shift between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. doing this opportunity, which is kind of good, right? And you're going to be working Eastern time, Monday through Friday. So while it's part time, it's still nice, stable schedule. And of course, training is paid. And lastly, it's going to last for about 6 weeks. So you're going to be fully prepared for this opportunity. Now, this job is going to be perfect for someone with a ton of patience and a real talent for explaining technical things in a simple way. If you're the person who can calmly walk a relative through basically setting up their new smartphone, you have the exact skills needed here. You need at least 1 year customer service experience and great communication skills as well. Now, your application should focus heavily on your customer service background, especially if it's in banking, finance, or tech. Now, on your resume, use numbers to show your impact. Don't just say you answer calls. Try something like successfully resolved over 50 customer inquiries per day with a 95% first call resolution rate. Now, this job posting clearly mentions needing a quiet home office and a reliable high-speed internet. Now, in your cover letter, state that you have a dedicated, quiet workspace and you meet the internet requirements. Now, this little detail shows you're a serious candidate who's ready to hit the ground running. And Jack Henry also encourages people to apply even if they don't meet every single requirement. So with that being said, don't be shy. Go ahead and apply for this opportunity. Now, let's go ahead and step into that final opportunity I was telling you guys about with none other than Lyft. All right, guys. Now, the grand finale of our list is a look at a senior employee relations manager type role at Lyft. Now, let me be clear, right? This isn't just a general HR position, which some of you guys know I actually work in HR. Now, this is going to be a highly specialized senior position. Now, the employee relations or ER team really handles the most complex and sensitive workplace issues. So, as a senior ER manager, you are the company's expert investigator, trusted advisor, and a natural problem solver. So, your main job will be to independently conduct complex and sensitive workplace investigations into things like discrimination, harassment, or other serious policy violations. Now, you'll lead the interviews, analyze evidence, and write pretty much detailed reports as well with recommendations. So the role is also strategic. You're going to partner with leaders, the legal team, and HR to give guidance on performance management and make sure everything is compliant with employment laws. So you're not just putting out fires, you're actually looking at the data to really recommend policy changes and training that can actually help prevent those fires from ever starting. Now, as far as your experience, who is this role really for? Now, this role is going to be for a seasoned, experienced HR professional. The requirements are typically a bachelor's degree and at least 7 years of experience in HR, specifically in employee relations. You need to have expert level knowledge of employment law. You must be an exceptional communicator who can handle confidential information with the highest level of discretion. And if you have a law degree or HR certification like SHRM, SCP, that's going to be a huge plus in this opportunity. Now, as far as what I know you guys all want to know, the salary. The base salary can range from approximately $108,000 to $135,000 per year, depending on location and experience, but that's just the start. The total compensation package at Lyft also includes equity, meaning you get to own a piece of the company you're helping build. So it also includes a performance bonus and Lyft's top tier benefit, great medical, dental, and vision insurance as well. Now, for this role, as a senior individual, your resume needs to be a masterclass in results. Don't just list your duties, use the STAR method. Situation, task, action, result to frame your biggest wins. For example, instead of conducted investigations, your right led a highly sensitive investigation into a senior level policy violation. Then put the situation. Now, my task was to conduct a thorough and impartial fact finding process under a tight deadline. Then you're going to say, I developed a structured investigation plan, interviewed 10 witnesses across multiple departments, and analyzed complex digital evidence. And then my final report and recommendation resulted in a fair resolution and the launch of a new preventative training program for all managers. Now, highlight your experience working directly with lawyers and senior executives, emphasize your data analysis skills, and in the interview, be ready for tough scenario based questions designed to test your judgment, your ethics, and your deep knowledge of employment law. Now, with that being said, if you guys found this video helpful, please do me a huge favor. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you're the first to know when a video drops. Now, as I always say, these are going to be a perfect resource for you. But again, do your own research as well in looking up information for these opportunities. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck with your application. Stay persistent and go get your dream job. And I'll see you in the next video. All right. Bye.